we talked a little bit, before we started here about your, starting at United Heroes League about 10 months ago, I gather. Just kind of what attracted you to take a position on there to do what you do?
Well, I was involved as what we call pro ambassador for about 10 years before that. And the hockey community, pretty much up and down the line, starting with the NHL guys, have gotten behind United Heroes League. Previously, we were known as Defending the Blue Line. And Shane Hudella, our founder, had connected with Brent Burns when he was with the Wild and Bugard. And so that's kind of was the launching point maybe 15 years ago. And then I started getting involved. And I just went to Shane about a year ago and said, hey, I'd love to get more involved. And he said, well, it's interesting that you come to me at this point. And he had been in touch with some larger donors. We took on some big partners. One's a private sort of philanthropist in the banking and home building industry, and then Shields got behind us as well, and that allowed Shane to build an outdoor hockey rink, which was always a dream of his, and now so we have a refrigerated outdoor rink in Hastings, and that goes along with some of our events. Like we have a outdoor or a golf outing that's fully subscribed, every year, and pretty unique experience. If you've ever heard of it or been there, we do some military based activities during the round. It's quite a bit of fun. And then we have a gala. We've got an ice fishing event in the winter months that Justin Morneau is kind of our lead guy on that. So that's a lot of fun. So we've got year-round events, and then we've got, like I said, we've got a rink now that needs some support. So I'm doing sponsorship on those properties. We've got a military grade, what we call confidence course that is used for a lot of corporate and team building events. That's a sponsorship asset. And we're just trying to grow the United Heroes League brand and footprint around the country.
I think it's safe to say that, most of us a lot of us latch on to any opportunity you can to benefit military and military families. Just what's it like to be a part of an organization that, as I understand it, your mission is to really help kids of military families get involved in sports and give them opportunities that they might not otherwise have. Just what's that like to be a part of that whole process?
Yeah, it's really great. You kind of touched on it, but military families, often a parent can be deployed or has come back from service and is still active, and it makes for somewhat disruptive life. There's a lot of movement in these families, and these kids, if they're already a young athlete or playing sports, they want to get re-involved wherever they land. If they are learning to get into sports, we offer a friendly way for military families to get their kids into sports at a much reduced cost with free equipment. We've got grants available to pay for association dues or clinics and camps, and then we run many of our own as well. And so these military families really benefit and appreciate when their kids can, get out of the house, interact with other kids in the community, play their favorite sport or become passionate about a sport. And, it's been primarily hockey, but we also have other sports equipment that gets donated. And I see a lot of golf clubs coming in, a lot of ball gloves, a lot of soccer equipment, and that's all going back out to military kids to, maybe get them off the screen, try to keep them active, try to provide some either, normalcy to their life or some distractions if a parent comes back either, injured, wounded, either physically or emotionally. All that plays a role in these kids' lives, and to be able to get on a field or get on a rink and play sports. And we have an outdoor segment too, so we take them fishing sometimes. And I've been at these events and literally heard the kids say, I had so much fun today. And that just tells you everything you need to know.
I think you sort of just touched on it, but can you kind of speak to specifically with the Murph Challenge this weekend and with the stuff going on at TCO and the money that's being donated to the United Heroes League? What do those funds specifically go to, or do they go to the league in general for what you guys do?
Yeah, well, the Murph Challenge is pretty incredible. It's the second year of being the beneficiary, and we're so grateful. I'm going to be out there too to check it out. You and I talked off camera here that I wish I was in better shape to take part of it, but I've had some surgeries post hockey career here, and I'm kind of recuperating, hoping to get back to a better level of fitness. But yeah, this Murph challenge is amazing. It's an amazing workout that Murph, the military man, had created. But these funds that are getting generated, donated, and will come back to United Heroes League will go towards programming. United Heroes League has a pretty impressive ratio of giving back to what our proceeds and donations coming in, and we operate above 80%, usually in the upper 80s, which is a really good number, and we're proud of that. Those proceeds go back to programming for the kids, and like I said, we'll do camps and clinics around the country. We'll do them in Minnesota, sometimes on the ice, sometimes they're football in partnership with the Vikings, and we do baseball in partnership with the Twins. All the pro sports teams, both here and around the country, really support our mission and support United Heroes League. So we're really grateful for that. But to your question, this is primarily going to go back to programming for the kids.
Okay. And I don't know how aware of this you are, but this event is one that hundreds of thousands of people are going to be doing over the court between really Saturday and Monday. I mean, Monday specifically with it being Memorial Day, but what does it mean to you to have one small piece of that much larger picture where this is a guy who sacrificed his life for our country, and this is something bigger than any one person? Just what does being part of all that mean to you?
Yeah, it kind of gives you chills. I know Murph was like a SEAL team guy, and this thing has really grown, and it's just one of those events and one of those missions that everyone wants to get behind it. It's a huge challenge for the CrossFit community. I think it's a great opportunity for everyone in the CrossFit community to come out too. But yeah, the fact that it's happening around the country. I was on the website yesterday and noticed state by state all the registered gyms that get behind the Murph Challenge. And so yeah, I guess if you collectively think of all the individuals that will be out there working their butts off on it's a 1 mile run, hundreds of sit-ups, hundreds of pull-ups, push-ups, and push-ups and pull-ups, squats, right? So I don't know, it's a beast of a workout, but amazing to think that there'll be thousands and thousands of people doing it this weekend.
Tyler, I'll segue to you for one. Just what does it mean to you to see how this event in itself and how the space has grown? It sounds like you said, this is the second year of you guys doing this at TCO. Just what's it been like for you to see this grow like it has?
Yeah, overwhelming is the word that comes to mind. And Memorial Day Challenge is now in its 11th year. It's been hosted locally by a couple of CrossFit gyms up until last year when we were approached to take it on. And it, first year event for us, taking it on, transitioning to a new venue, really trying to open up beyond some of the communities that were involved in the past and show the accessibility of the workout, right? We talk about how difficult it is, but it is a highly scalable workout, even, at different levels of fitness and ages and everything. Like anyone can come out and do these movements. They're pretty basic bodyweight movements, and kind of get around the cause, right? Supporting our veterans, supporting our active military, kind of remembering what Memorial Day is really about, and being able to align with United Heroes League. Their mission obviously ties into that pretty clearly, right? With this sort of effort to bring fitness and movement and active lifestyles to kids who need it in these military families. So yeah, the growth from year one to year two that we've seen, and we call year one for us, has been overwhelming, and we're just really excited to continue seeing where it goes and what it turns into as we keep moving forward.
I guess back to you, Tom. Maybe we'll try to start wrapping up with this. I think a lot of us get wrapped up in Memorial Day being a holiday weekend, and that really kind of irks me to call it that, because I'm more of a, if you're going to take a day off of work or take a long weekend, make sure you take some time to recognize those that gave their lives so that we're able to do what we're able to do. Just what is it like to be a part of an organization that helps facilitate this? And if nothing else, for an hour out of our day, we're paying homage to those who have fought for us to, sweat for an hour.
Yeah, I think I'll be there too, just to see it and watch it. You know, it's kind of this day and Veterans Day really hit home a lot for our organization and the people that we interface with and interact with. And you know, our headquarters is in Hastings, Minnesota. We've got a warehouse full of equipment, and whenever I'm there, there are people that have made appointments. They're coming through with their kids, and again, you're just allowing families to start off in a sport, whether it's, you know, golf or soccer or hockey or baseball, and they don't make a lot of money, but you can really see on the faces, it's kind of like, you know, a kid getting to walk into a sporting goods store and get to pick out their equipment, and it's a pretty special, unique thing. But you know, being connected to, you know, the veterans, you know, on Memorial Day and on Veterans Day is really meaningful, really hits home, because we see that, you know, kind of up close and personal with those military families. And yeah, we, you know, you and I and obviously Tyler, you know, we're the kind of people that are really grateful for the sacrifices that the military families make. And the kids don't really have a choice, right? They just happen to be caught up in the fact that their parents are, you know, giving their time and a lot to our country. So yeah, it's the least we can do is show some gratitude on those days. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank you, Tyler, for setting up this great event and including United Heroes League. And Jeff, good luck to you. And I know you're ramping up this year to challenge yourself a little bit harder every year. So good luck with that.
I guess, Tyler, I'll just to wrap up here. So it's Sunday. It starts at 8 o'clock.
Sunday, May 26th, the gates will open at 7 a.m. for athletes to start arriving. We've got a great partnership with Training House and Twin Cities Orthopedics. They're letting us use the Training House facility as a warm-up space and lounge. So that space will be open at 7 a.m. for that 8 a.m. heat, which is our first heat that goes off, to come out and get warmed up and get ready to go. We'll have heats running through the morning, opening ceremonies at 10:30 with a color guard and national anthem and some words from United Heroes League and others. And then in the afternoon, we've got some live music, and we're doing a grill out and a bunch of family activities out there on site for the afternoon before our elite heat, our elite division athletes go off at 3:10 to close out the day.
Okay. And everyone participating is submitting a registration fee. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And that's obviously all the money that goes to the United Heroes League and all that.
That's correct. Registrations to this event are individuals' donations back to United Heroes League. This is a not-for-profit event. So everything that we make from registration, from partnership, goes straight back to United Heroes League.
And even people that maybe are unable to attend or for whatever reason aren't doing the challenge can also donate too. That's correct?
They can, yeah. The memorialdaychallenge.com website, there's a link that talks a bit more about what United Heroes League does. There's an opportunity to donate there, and a bunch of other information on the event and just our different partners and things like that.
I'm just double checking on the weather for Monday right now, since we're going to be outside. Partly cloudy and 70. I like that for a workout like that.
We're looking all right. The chances for rain are slim. They're there, but they're slim. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. We get plenty of sunshine this weekend.
Okay.